Hey guys, this is Rolito of Electric Gains, and today we're going to talk about 10 things that the Tesla Model S is better than the Model 3. And I'm only going to say this if you're a person who doesn't like an M5, doesn't like to drive a Ferrari, and doesn't like sporty cars. If you like high performance sedan, this would be like negative to you. But I'm gonna see a positive because maybe it was like always a positive, and not everybody's like me. Not everybody comes from driving an M5 with like 800 horsepower. Nobody tunes the cars like that. So many people had different things, and the majority of the public, they just like different stuff. So starting with number one, the car looks better. The car looks way better than a Model 3, way better, way better than a Model 3. It's such a way better good looking car. It imposes more because it's longer. I don't know. The front looks better. The front looks unique. It looks like it has a lot of stuff put together, and that's why it looks nice. The Model 3 just looks like something was going on with a Honda Civic and a Porsche. So it's kind of good looking, but it's kind of ugly at the same time. So you even take. Number two, it has air suspension. I'm right now here in Santa Ynez, California, and one of the biggest things is that the car is too low. So as soon as it has a GPS location, so it knows it lifts up. Also, their suspension feels like you have a cloud. You feel like you have nothing going on for you. Pretty much, it's 100% like a cloud. You feel like you're just gliding. If you've ever been on an S class or like a Rolls Royce, to give you that kind of feeling, it's actually really good feeling if you are kind of that person who likes just to relax, and that's pretty much what you like. I mean, it also goes up and down, which is not bad. You can set up the speed, so after it goes one speed, it goes to the lowest setting, so it gets more air efficiency, and I think it looks better when it's low. But since there's a lot of off-road trails, I prefer lifting it when it's here, and it's much better because it goes all the way up. So it's all the way up. Their suspension works immediately. It's pretty fast, and it hasn't failed yet because it's a new car. But I don't know anyone who's failed, but they do fail, but mine hasn't failed yet, so I can't complain. Another thing, the tires. This car has with Pilot Super Sport. The Pilot Super Sports. These are a step down from the 4Ss. The 4Ss they handle better, but this one gives you a more relaxed feeling, especially with these 21-inch rims. The 21-inch rims, the tire and the suspension makes it feel like you're really just gliding. It's just a great pair. Probably if you put the Cap 2s or you put a more intense tire, it will be better. These tires are not very good with water, but the car is so good with handling and the traction control and the all-wheel drive, so it really is not a problem. Another thing, the battery pack. This is a P100D. This is a P100D. So you have you have pretty much, and the P100D, you have way more range than having a small battery pack, and that's the biggest difference between both of them. I think both charge. I think this one charged up to 318, and that one to 330. The most I've ever seen it. Where the Model 3 and Performance only charges to 310. So it's better, and that's the best I've ever seen it. So it has bigger battery pack. It lasts longer also. Because sometimes you're on the Model 3 and it says these, but it's kind of give and take. This has 20 more kilowatts. Assuming the Model 3 has 80 kilowatts, everybody says 75. Some people say 80. Whatever. I'm going to go with 80, just run it out, and this one has 100. So you have more range, but also takes longer to charge. Another thing about the Model S that people would like over the Model 3, people think it's better. Again, if you say the first thing I mentioned was if you don't like sport cars, if you come from a normal car, a normal BMW, stuff like that, you will love it, But it's the handling. The handling has no feeling at all. So there's no feedback. Everything super electronic. I'm assuming the sway bar they put on this car is completely edged for and comfort than performance, and it's very funny because that's the first thing I would say about this car is that you need a sway bar. If you are, since it doesn't have a performance sway bar, you can feel it when you handle, and more important when you put and when you launch it really fast, it pulls to one side depending where it does a flex more to one side. So that's something to consider. Another thing, this car comes with Ludicrous Plus. So for having Ludicrous Plus, you have launch control, which the Model 3 doesn't have, and it launches faster. I think the fastest this car goes is 2.2 3 seconds, something like that. My Model 3 is completely modified. I really don't know if this is faster than my car or not. I don't know. I mean, it's just like really to the point. Like I know my Model 3 is way faster in every single angle. If I'm driving both of these cars, I would lap anybody in my Model 3 over this one. But that's because I modify my Model 3 and everything. And at the end of the day, the launching and everything, I really cannot tell the difference because it's like a millisecond. My car is under 3 seconds. This car is under 3 seconds to 60. So it really gets up there. But yeah, I mean, it has a launch control that people like a lot. Another thing people do like a lot is why it's not working. It's the electric power gate. I guess I have to go really close to it. I have to take a key out of my pocket. There you go. I guess it was blocking by the credit cards. So it has an electric power gate, and people like this. And it has like an Audi RS7 kind of like hatchback look, which I actually like. I really do like that a lot. And that's pretty much, it's more space. You can put more stuff in here. It's bigger. So if you have a bigger family, this will fit you. I mean, I don't know. I'm from Europe where like a little tiny Peugeot would fit to every family. But here in America, they think it's huge. I like when people have like, oh yeah, I have 2 kids, I need a minivan. I'm like, well, but why? you're okay with like an M4. You don't even need an M3 with 4 doors. Let the kids get in the back. You still have to enjoy it. So that's one thing about the Model S. Another thing about the Model S is the door handles. People love these door handles. I don't know if the key is having some problems. I keep putting it there. People love these door handles, and I think they're cool. It's very cool how they put inside and outside. We all know what happens to these door handles. They're very fancy, but what happens when something is very fancy, it breaks. But hey, as long as you buy a new car and you keep it and you have the warranty, you're good to go, especially with the Model service and everything. Another feature that the Model S has over the Model 3 is the interior. People call it the premium interior. I will say this is some kind of interior. I mean, people like it. It's much more spacious. Space in the back if you have like full adults. If everybody in your family is over 6'2", then you're gonna like this interior because people fit in the back perfectly here. But I don't think kids have 6'2" kids, but who knows? Maybe your kids want to be in the NBA. But yeah, that's one other thing over there. They have also, and the screen. People love the screen. I actually like it, but in its ways, I will go another video and say why it's not my favorite, but it works. People like it. And also another thing the Model S has over the Model 3 is, let me show you this. Well, not only the space, but also the glass roof. This glass roof is beautiful. The Model 3 is glass, but it's divided in the middle, so it's not fully as this one, and it's really good. I like it. I actually think it's really cool. It's not like a deal changer for me. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna pretty much be like, oh my god, I cannot drive a Model 3 anymore. But I like it. It's an edge. The biggest thing I think the Model S, this is what I mean, at least to me, because I like this stuff. The biggest thing I think the Model S has over the Model 3 is the Alcantara. This thing is amazing. This thing is so soft, so beautiful. I do enjoy this a lot. This is very, very nice. I like this a lot. It just looks really good, especially if you have a black interior. I'm not a fan of the white interior, but hey, everybody likes the white interior. It's your car, you do what you want. But I'm definitely like fan of the Alcantara. This is just beautiful. It makes the car look so much better, and it gives it the edge over everything else. And I think that's pretty much sums it up. Just it has a more loose handling, so it feels more luxurious. It has air suspension, so it feels like you're driving a club, so it feels more luxurious. Because this is stuff people love, the S63 MG, the Mercedes, and this is like pretty much the same thing, just electric. I would say that, especially if the car has all the Mercedes parts. And those cars enough for handling, enough for the truck, enough for the guy who pretty much has a 911 Turbo S on the garage. That's for like somebody who like just wants to relax, wants to go to place to point B to, and they just feel to be relaxed. That's why he had the bigger rims, the suspension, the no feel on the steering wheel, and pretty much that's something that it adds up to make it into a more luxurious car. I do like the Alcantara, man. The Alcantara is, I don't know why they don't put it on the Model 3. I guess it's way to save money, but that's one thing. Like, I still disagreeing with Tesla. Is like, okay, get it. The first model, don't put it. The other model, put it. Also, another thing, the Model S comes with a key. Doesn't come with a key like, oh, well, the Model 3, yes, you can buy a key for $350 and everything, but my car, I pay like, my Model 3, I pay like over $78, so $78,000, because I had like the full driving after, so I forget how much it was. I think it was like 81 if I add it all together. And that's not what I would call a cheap car in the US market. You know, it should come at least with a key. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the app. The problem is, like, if you have an Android, people have a lot of problems with the app. I don't know if they fixed it, but all I keep hearing is people have a problem with my app, and that's when people got the key. Now you can buy the key for $350, set it up, and it will be the same thing as the S, but I really don't know, you know. I mean, it's something that it should be like, the Model S comes with a key, and something that all cars should come with. I mean, I have never problem because I like technology. All my house is smart, so it's different for me. But for anybody else, you know, if you're like an older person, you would like this car more, you know, unless you're an older person who likes to go on the track every day, and then you would like the Model 3 Performance more. But if you're like an older person who just likes to like relax and sit back and go to point A to point B the most refreshed possible, this is your car to you. You just sit back and relax, let autopilot do everything. You don't have to worry about your cell phone. It comes with a key. You don't have to worry about paying an extra $350 to get a key. That's pretty much sums it up with like all the other stuff that the Tesla Model S is better than the Model 3. I think that's pretty much sums it up. Like, when people ask me like, why do you think it's better? I'm gonna say what I hear people say. So that's what I'm saying. This is, in my opinion, it's different, but I will gonna be about that opinion. But hope you guys enjoy. Rolito Games out.